Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome, dear students, in session 3, lecture 18, in the course titled Instructional Leadership and Program Evaluation. This is Dr. Ijaz Ahmed Tatla with you, and you are from MA Education, Leadership and Management, semester 2. The topic of today's lecture is supervision and evaluation of in-service teachers. Earlier, we have discussed in the previous two sessions supervision and evaluation strategies for pre-service teachers and novice teachers. Let's see what about in-service teachers. You know, in-service teachers are some sort of supervision which may make the teachers up to date with respect to knowledge of his subject of teaching, methods and techniques, innovative ideas in each sphere of his academic life. A program of activities aiming at the continuing growth of teachers and educational personnel in service. Other than teachers, the educational personnel are the consultants, experts, administrators, leaders working in the system of education. So all of these are working with some different methodologies, techniques, and ideas. So it's very necessary to know about up to what extent they are doing well at their level and what is needed to be suggested them to do and what they can incorporate or integrate in their prevailing practices. So for this, supervision is a necessary of all these people. And finally, in the result of evaluation, the evaluators and supervisors are in the position to guide them to do more with zeal and zest, to have good achievements and for better performance. In-service education. You know, education to become a better teacher is known as the in-service education. It is received while the teachers are in service, are working. It includes all the program in which the teacher plays a vital role or part and gets benefited by professional improvement, maybe refresher courses organized by the institutions, or tours and visits to centers from where new ideas and insights are acquired. This all is the in-service education. Objectives: to provide incentives to the teachers. The objectives of supervision of in-service teachers are to provide them incentives to help the teachers to know their problems, to solve them by pooling their resources and wisdom, to employ more effective methods of teaching, to get acquainted with modern techniques in education, to broaden the mental outlook of the teachers, upgrade the teachers' knowledge and understanding of contents, to increase the professional efficiency of teachers, Structure and models for in-service teachers training. Through some certain structure and some through some prevailing models, in-service teachers are trained. One of them is orientation courses. At initial level, they are oriented to an orientation has been made of the courses newly incorporated. Summer courses, sandwich courses, refresher courses, correspondence courses, evening courses, intensive courses, and workshops. So these are the structures and models through which the in-service teachers are involved and are equipped with the latest skills. Some more are seminars and symposium, educational conferences, extension centers, exchange of experts, short-term courses, Bureau of Publication, professional writings. I would like to add here the research dissemination to have discussions on the latest disseminated research. Why it is needed, why it is important. The need of in-service education is the most urgent in the teaching profession because of the rapid advance in all fields of knowledge and continuing evolution of pedagogical theory and practice. No doubt, across the globe, there are the rapid advancement towards the pedagogy and the practice. So it's very necessary, crucial for the teachers, in-service teachers, to be aware about all these advancements. That is why it is needed to induct or to offer the in-service education. Education a lifelong process and therefore it is needed for continuous training. There is need of professional growth to bring dynamism in teaching. Upgradation of knowledge in the teaching subjects is necessary to exchange the views and the development of critical thinking to create a sense of belongingness. So to cope with all these factors, it's necessary, it is important to have in-service education. Problems related to in-service education are lack of incentives because the in-service teachers mostly have been offered without any incentive, without any uh, financial support. They are offered at their own expenses. Lack of motivation because people are engaged in their own activities and the personal skills. To indulge the latest one, there should be some motivation. Lack of interest is also on the base of the previous thing I earlier stated. Inappropriate methods and techniques are offered. Inadequate evaluative techniques. Inappropriate curriculum and courses. Inadequate facilities or resource problems. Inadequate training of teacher education. These all are the problems towards the in-service education. Administrative problems are there, organizational problems are there, financial issues are there, lack of specification and objectives, and lack of follow-up program. So these are the shortcomings or inappropriateness towards the provision of in-service education. So aimless, useless, and visionless in-service education will yield no positive results, will have no impact or effect towards the learning of the teacher, in-service teachers, and will not attract them to go for this. Therefore, the idea of supervision of in-service teachers is based on it is implies as all efforts of designed school towards providing leadership to teachers and other educational workers in the improvement of instruction involves the stimulation of professional growth and development of teachers, the selection and revision of educational objectives, materials on instruction and methods of teaching, and the evaluation of instruction. So in the supervision of in-service teaching, yeah, in teaching, cover all these things. You say leadership, the stimulation, the dynamic development, professional growth, selection and revision of objectives, material of instruction, and evaluation processes. For this purpose, a sort of evaluation is conducted annually. That is known as the PER, Performance Evaluation Report. This is only one teacher evaluation report known as the Performance Evaluation Report. That is being used in federal as well as provincial public schools in Pakistan. So much so, the similar is incorporated in higher and tertiary level as well, and in practice for teachers of college and university as well. The performance evaluation report is an official employee evaluation report currently being used in public schools in Pakistan. In public schools of Pakistan, for SST teachers, secondary school teachers, it comprises of 8 parts. In first part, there is the demographics of the teacher, personal qualities, their attitudes, proficiency in the job, and students' assessment about that teacher, overall grading and fitness of promotion of that teacher, remarks of the countersigning officer, and adverse remarks by the immediate supervisor. Part 1 is filled by the employee. Part 2 to Part 6 and 7 is filled by the school administrator. And Part 7 is countersigned by the district education officer. National Professional Standards for Teachers, the Policy and Planning Wing of the Ministry of Education, Pakistan, devised the following 10 national professional standards for teachers, wherein the first one is the subject matter knowledge. Teachers should be aware about in detail about the subject matter knowledge, human growth and development, knowledge of Islamic ethical values, social skill, life skills, instructional planning and strategies, assessment, learning environment, effective communication and proficient use of information communication technologies, collaboration and partnerships, continuous professional development and code of conduct, teaching of English as a second foreign language. So on the basis of these 10 national professional standards for teachers, the teachers are prepared, teachers are supposed to be prepared while they are as prospective teachers. And the focus for the novice teachers is to learn in the earlier years and incorporate all these 10 national professional standards for teachers in their practices. And moreover, the in-service teacher, the expert and the master teachers are observed, supervised, and evaluated on the basis of these 10 standards. So much so, the performance evaluation report, the factors incorporated in that report are also based on these national professional standards up to some extent. We have discussed here the supervision and evaluation processes, its needs, its deficiencies of in-service education, its factors, components, evaluation processes, evaluation reports, and standards required for public and private school teachers at secondary level especially. If you do have any misunderstanding or you are not clear about any of the term and definition and or any description, you are required to write your question and reread your question after writing it to clarify yourself that is your question relevant to the thing you wanted to know through the question. If yes, then come on, post this question in the classroom, Google Classroom comments, and I will visit the classroom and will reply your query. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.